Hello, I'm Oliver, and this is my wife, Abby. We lost our son, Francis, when he was 6 months old, unexpectedly back in 2019. We just wanted to take a few minutes to talk about our donation after loss journey.
So after Francis had passed away and we were in the hospital, I said partway through the discussions that I was full and ready to feed again. Francis actually passed away while he was feeding, so this is about 4 hours later. I was ready to feed him again. Obviously, with Francis being 6 months, breastfeeding was a huge part of our life and what we did every day. And I was brought a breast pump and told that I was going to be given tablets to dry up the milk, and that would take about 2 weeks. Immediately I said that's not really something that I wanted. Obviously, breastfeeding was something I was hugely proud of, a huge part of my identity as a mum. And I felt almost like that was being snatched away. A couple of weeks earlier, coincidentally, I had seen a social media post about donating breast milk, not after loss, but just milk sharing. And I asked if that was something that I could do with Francis's milk.
I think something that really strikes me looking back is that the one sort of little bit of support that we did get in that time, that when I look back really did make a big difference, was that the next day we had a breastfeeding midwife come out to Abby's parents' house where we were staying at the time, and got Abby all set up with the pump, but took time to talk about Francis and check in with us. She was with us for a good hour, and then a few weeks later, she was back again checking in. I think that was really important for us looking back.
Yeah, I think in terms of the information that we were given initially about donating, it wasn't great. We were given an out-of-date phone number for the milk bank. It took my mum a lot of phoning around and digging to find the information to donate to the milk bank. I think there was a lot of apprehension on whether it was the right thing to do for me, and I was told initially, okay, do it for a couple of weeks and slowly let the milk dry up that way. And it was one of those things I kind of said, okay, then, with the intention of knowing that I just had to carry on expressing the milk for the time being.
I think me sort of observing all that happen, it was very quickly apparent how important donating milk was going to be for Abby. I think in those months after we lost Francis, Abby was definitely at her lowest point in terms of her mental health. But donating milk really gave her purpose in that time, when essentially what was her entire identity, being a mum, was lost, or taken away from her. I think donating milk really helped give her purpose. Like, she had to get up, she had to eat, she had to shower every day. She had to check the temperature of the freezer every day. So it gave her responsibility that she wouldn't otherwise have.
Yeah, I think I was
forced her to look after
quite
herself.
strict with myself as well, wasn't I? I wouldn't express milk in bed. It made me get out of bed to do it. And kept me in a
The
routine.
pump was always kept downstairs, so just to force the action of some movement and some routine.
Yeah, I had absolutely no appetite and no reason to keep going really, other than the fact that I had to express milk. And it really did give me purpose. I've always seen it as Francis's milk and a gift that he left. He enabled me to have that milk and built up such a good milk supply that he enabled us to pass that gift on. And it very much feels to us like a part of Francis's legacy, and continuing this work with the memory milk gift as well. It very much feels like still parenting Francis in a way that we can.
Yeah,